Hey, what's going on, guys? First of all, I'd like to start off by saying if you're new to this channel, I don't want to confuse you, all right? This channel consists of backpacking, hiking, camping, gear reviews. We do van conversions and van trips. And just recently, about 4 months, we're getting into 4 months now, my wife Nancy and I, we moved out of the state of Florida after 30 years, and we moved up to the upcountry of South Carolina in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. We're not too far from North Carolina or Georgia, and we are really close to some good hiking and beautiful weather up here. So since we've been here, we haven't been twiddling our thumbs. We've been getting a lot done. So first thing I want to show you is what we do with the chicken coop, and this is it. It took us about 3 months to get this done. It was a dog pen previously. And but we did all this work to it. We kind of made it bomb-proof to keep our 6 chickens very safe from coyotes and hawks and anything else that may want to get into there to them. But let me show you what we did here. Just follow me. First of all, we redid the whole thing. We double screened it all throughout, all the way around. We have 2 doors. This is one entry door here. I don't use this one as much, but it's an entry door that we can go into if we need access to it, and it locks up nicely. Coming around this side, this area here, we could use it for anything. We can have rabbits, we can have quail. We just don't know what yet to do with it at this point, but it's ready to go when we decide to do it. The floor of this coop has a piping, and if you look behind me, there's a 4-inch pipe that runs down all the way to on the other side of the fence there and drains into a lower portion of the property. And what that's for is underneath here, I can clean out the coop, and I'll show you in a minute, or this is the run actually, and that way I can hose it all down and get her nice and clean. Put this old shower curtain up here just to keep during the summer the western sun, the sun really beats down on this, and also cuts down on the wind, and makes it a little bit more friendly for our chickens. So this is the main entry into the coop, into the run. If you follow me in here, you can see that we screened it off. This is the coop in here, and this is the run out here. We made each door separate where we close these up at night, and we have a little step here that we built for the entry to the chicken coop and for them to come in and out. These chickens are so smart. Every night they go in just before dark, and so it makes it easy on me. We keep up here some oats. These are the, can cap off the buckets, which I'll show you here in a minute. We usually have some worms or grubs or something in that, and this is their, it's kind of like a granule stone that they take for digestion. We throw that out now and then. In here, of course, we have another exit and entryway, and this is their dust bath right below me here, and that's what a chicken goes in and flops around and actually bathes in, and we have to get some more river sand in that. So, hey, there's one of my roosters. Hi, Boz. Boz Skaggs, his name. He's a rooster. So behind me, we have 2 roosts that they love to get up on, and they got a little mirror toy down there. They love to peck at that. Our little welcome to the coop. We are clucking crazy. And I want to show you something here. These are 5-gallon buckets that we drilled out, and I'll show you how we did it. But basically, let me get one of these off. You can see inside here, this is where we keep their feed. So it's pretty easy to maintain. They just stick their little heads in these holes and feed away. So I don't have to constantly come down and feed them. We did the same thing over here with the water. Now you fill this water up, they get some crap in it, but when the water goes down, this thing fills up automatically. So I fill it up about halfway every 3 days so they have fresh water.
Whoa. That looks like success.
All right, so this part will go in here, and if you look into the inside, you'll see where this will go and screw up against it.
Okay.
A feed bucket in our Tractor Supply bucket. And you can see inside, when you fill this up, the feed will go into here, so they'll stick their little heads in there, and they can feed. And when you feel like they've fed enough for the day, you just go ahead and put that, go ahead, show them, put that plug right in there, and that'll keep them from eating. We have an entry into here. Hi girls and boys. As you can see inside the coop here, I do the layering of the wood chips. And as you can see, these are 6 chicks. We've got 4 hens at this point. We got Boz up here, he's our rooster. And the back Easter egger, the black one in the very back, we just found out that he's a rooster also. So he may be going. We don't know. We're probably going to give him to a nice family. Thought about eating him, but just I'm not going to do that. And he's been a little aggressive, and he's going to be a beautiful rooster for somebody, but we don't need 2 roosters. 1 rooster and 4 hens is plenty. Up here we put, this is where they roost at night. Hey Boz. See, Boz is friendly. We got 2 Dominics. We got 2 light Brahma, and we got 2 Easter eggers. So we're going to end up with 1 Easter egger, and the rest will stay with us also. So he's going to be our rooster. He's a really nice, friendly rooster. I like him. And this is where they sleep at night. They'll come in here every night, and they have their pecking order, and they'll stay up here. We've got it all vented out down below, up above. It's got what do you call it up here? Insulation, and it stays kind of warm in here during the winter and cool during the summer. So they got a pretty nice little gig going here. We probably won't free range them because we have a lot of hawks and foxes and coyotes around here, so I'm a little afraid of doing that. So over here, this is one of our sheds, and in this shed basically is where we'll keep their wood chips, we keep their food, anything else I'm going to do with my garden and stuff like that, but there's a lot of extra. Okay, I just wanted to show you what's going on here. This is one of my projects. There's a pipe here that had broken with the previous owner, and there was a water hydrant here, a spigot. It stands about 3 feet high. So what I'm going to do is I capped under the house, and I'll show you that in a minute to stop any water flow down here. And I'm going to redo this and put a new hydrant in here so I have extra water down here. I'm also going to run, if you turn up from the barn, which we call, I'm going to be running 12-3 underground feeder wire all the way down to the shed down here, so I also have electric down here also. So that's one of the other. I put this valve underneath the house. This is that separate water line that comes in that will go down to the barn and down to the shed where I'm going to put another spigot. So in the winter, or I can, if anything goes wrong down there, I can come up here, and this will be a shut-off valve for it, so nothing will freeze down there. So project, half of it's done. I did want to point out I do have a solar motion detector light here. It works really good at night. Not only will it keep maybe animals away, but when we come down here at night, it turns on so we have some nice lighted area to use. So that's been working out real well. Here's our compost bin. I've been working on this for about 3-4 months now, and it's getting to the point where maybe in another 2 months I'm going to take it all and I'm going to flip it upside down over into this bin and start another one here. But this was what I'm going to be using on my garden, and if you look to the side of it, you can see on the bottom down there that it is decomposing really nicely. I put our house stuff in there, yard waste, leaves, cardboard. Everything is really decomposing nicely. So our mushroom logs. These are just wood logs here now, but our mushroom logs were here, and I'm going to walk down now and show you what we did with those. Come down here right before dinner, and we'll mess with the chickens, play with them, do things, feed them, give them treats. We also come down here and just sit, so we can sit and look back at the woods and the nice views. And let me show you what's going on down here. All right, guys, down here at the lower part of the property, it's where I have my burn barrel, and I pile up stuff, old debris in that, and let it dry out, and I'll burn it in there at least every couple months. And then let me show you where the garden is here. Normally, this garden, and let me walk down here and kind of show you, it would have extended all the way down close to the fence here. Now, I don't need that much garden. I mean, if I was selling produce or something like that, yes, probably you'd use this. So what I'm going to use is this section right here. It's about, I'd say, 20 feet by 30 feet, and there's rows in here. And instead of tilling, I didn't want to go out and buy a tiller and do all that work. I'm doing a no-till type of thing here over the winter. So I took all of the leaves that have been falling off these trees, and I've been laying them out here. So what this will do is, this will decompose some, and that'll just rake these away and put compost in all the areas that I'm going to be growing tomatoes, radishes, a lot of root vegetables and things like that. Now up here on the blue, this tarp, this was all grass under here. So I'm killing off the grass, and I'm doing what they call a no-till tarp top here. And by the time spring comes around, that'll all be decomposed under there, and I'll be able to grow. It kind of slopes down a good 5 or 6 feet. So up the top, we want to do butternut squash and maybe some melons and stuff like that. So this is where the garden's going to be, and hopefully this no-till is going to work out for us. And it's plenty of room for what we want to do, and should be a pretty nice garden this fall. So let me show you back in the woods here what we're doing with the mushrooms in the woods. This is where the deer come up through here. We see deer and turkey coming up through here all the time. Probably during when I have my garden. I'm not going to really appreciate that much, but I think we can control them to some extent because we'll have a fence. During the summer, this was all bush back in here, really. So we cleared it out. We put a path in here. We knocked down a bunch of these little tiny trees. And what we've got back here is we got a really beautiful natural bubbling spring that comes up from underground. And it is crystal clear. I put a little rock ledge around it, and just so I can be able to cross it, and got a kind of a little, you can see the flow here. Pretty nice. It's crystal clear water, it's spring water, and that's what we use to wet down our mushrooms. All up along the fence line on the property, Nancy and I built a few of these bird houses. The tops actually open up on them there, and they just keep going up and up and up. I don't know if you can see, yeah, we got 1, 2 more there, and it's pretty good. We'll see this spring what kind of birds are in them. On the back of the shed, roof on it, but what we decided we're going to do with this, since there's a nice table here with a hole in it, I'm going to put screen all along this. And when you have things like potatoes, you can throw them up on here, get the dirt off them. Sunflower seeds, all that type of stuff, just to get up here and shake them all out, get all the dirt off them. I think that's going to work out. Top of the garden here, we have fruit trees, and haven't really discovered what we have. Plums and peaches and pears and stuff like that. But what I'm doing is, there's my shadow, is I'm digging out all around the bottom of them. I'm going to fertilize them and mulch them. And then we're going to come in and we're going to prune all of them and get some chemicals on them to keep the bugs and the mold and all that away, like the copper stuff that you can buy. Another one of these. This here, I'm pretty sure this is a peach tree. We got a couple of these. Like I said, we dig out all around it. And we're going to get these trees real healthy. Please excuse the mess here in the barn. Right now we've got boxes down where we're going to put some Christmas decorations up. Nancy is refurbishing a piece of furniture that she was given to for free. This thing was full of electrical equipment. And she's doing such a great job with refurbishing furniture. It's beautiful. We also have building tables back here to use in the garden and in the house. It's a mess. This is all my backpacking stuff. Everything here is tents and backpacks and sleeping bags. Everything's in there. This is the hydrant that was talking about, that I'm going to be putting down in the back. It's brand new, and I'm just waiting to get going on that. Watch a little football while I'm down here working. And we got all the tools and everything we need. This is our fire pit. Come out here and sit. A nice view of the barn and everything back there. And this was once I guess they had an umbrella in here and chairs around it. Well, I repurposed it into our fire pit, which overlooks everything, and have had a couple nice fires in it already. Well, so anyway, guys, that's what's been going on here at the old homestead. Really enjoying it. Really love doing all this work. There's just so much more to be done. I'm going to get into this garden thing a lot more too. I can't wait for that to happen. But also, there's going to be some backpacking trips coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I'm probably going to head over to the foothills one more time, and I want to check out some really good hiking areas just north of us, just a little bit within an hour in North Carolina, to check out some of those trails. I'm also going to take the van and just take off up there and do kind of a stealth thing where I don't plan anything. I'm just going to find a place to stealth overnight with the van, someplace pretty cool, hopefully, and do a cooking and a video on that. So I appreciate all you guys watching, and thank you for following Walker's World. Until the next time, I'll see you. Bye-bye. Well, look at you girls and boys all grown up. Oh, don't turn your back on me, cornbread.